Hello, welcome to Cox Financial Coaching, where I help you come up with a budget and pay off your debt. I don't charge a cent for my coaching services. I was once $47,000 in debt myself, and God helped me help myself get out of debt, so I now help others do the same. Today we're going to talk about a zero-based budget. This is confusing to some people when you use those terms, but it's nothing more than coming down, setting down, writing down your income and all your expected things that you plan to spend your money on for the next month. The idea is you make a budget or spending plan for each dollar. You tell your money where you plan to spend it. So let's use this example here. This particular individual makes $6,000 a month. This is net take home. Some people get paid once a month, some get paid multiple times a month, some are on commission. Whatever income method you have, the total planned net income for the month should be listed on your budget. In this example, this person has a mortgage that is $1,500 a month. And as you see on the right, as I enter the items, I start off with a $6,000 income. I deduct the mortgage of $1,500, that leaves me $4,500. Our utilities, this is natural gas, electric, water. Uh, yours may vary. You could be total electric, for example, but in my case, I have water and garbage, electricity, and natural gas. They average about $200 a month. Some months are higher on electric in the summer, higher on natural gas in the winter, so it's individualized for each month what you plan to have to pay for utility bills. So if I pay the $200, this brings my balance down to $4,300. Next, we have food. This is where a lot of people lose money or use more money than they should by excessive spending on food. And I'm not going to get into the pros and cons of that too much, except to say it's your money. You decide how you're going to spend it. If you look at your food expenditures, I think you will probably find you spend a lot of money eating out when you maybe could have and should have ate at home. This is where, when I'm helping people, I find they spend a lot of money. Maybe they didn't have a budget, maybe they're not tracking it, and they are surprised when we sit down and realize how much money they spent in a given month on food. Yes, inflation is real and prices at the grocery store and restaurants are increasing, but the bottom line is you need to plan how much you plan to spend for your food and try to track those expenses and stick to it. In this example, we're planning to spend $1,000 on food. That's going to bring our money that we have not yet budgeted down to $3,300. Transportation. This is primarily gasoline, getting to and from work. If you don't have a vehicle, whatever method you use to get to where you need to go. In this example, I'm going to say $200. That brings our balance down to $3,100. I drew a line here because the four things or five things above this is what we consider the four things above this. Sorry, what we consider the four walls. You know, you have the things that you need to basically exist. Moving on down the list, I have giving of $600. Giving can be a topic of discussion. I'm a Christian. I believe in tithing 10% of my income. Some people don't. Some people can't. What I suggest is you give what you can, and the Bible says we should give 10%. If you're a Christian and a believer, that's between you and God. The Bible also says we should give with a cheerful heart. So if you're not going to give with a cheerful heart, then don't give. I believe that the top $600 of my income every month in this example belongs to God, and I give it to the church monthly. Next, we have insurance. Can be car insurance, it can be health insurance. Most people have their health insurance taken straight out of their paycheck, so I've already accounted for that in the $6,000 net income. But $150 in this example brings our balance down to $2,350. Entertainment. I'm generalizing here. You might want to break it down, but things like subscriptions to Hulu, Netflix, maybe you have a cable bill, uh, maybe you go to the movies. Anything that fits in the entertainment category I list here. In this example, I've allocated $200, bring our balance down to $21.50. If you have a pet, I realize they can get very expensive. I have a small 1-year-old dog. I've spent quite a bit of money so far on vaccines, routine health visits, and food. But in this example, I'm going to say all we had to do this month is maybe buy some food and maybe some uh, flea tablets or something like that. So I'm going to say $50 brings our balance down to $2,100. I put in here meds. Some people have prescription medications they take monthly. Some people have vitamins. Uh, in this example, just for illustration purposes, I put $100, and then I put that brings me down to $2,000. And I apologize for my sloppy handwriting. I have a little bit of essential trimmer, and I just wanted to list this out like you would on your kitchen table at home. I could have put in a fancy spreadsheet. I could have typed it out, but bottom line is when you sit down and do a budget the first time, I recommend you do it on paper on purpose. So that's what I'm doing here in this illustration today. Personal. I wrote the word personal. This can be a lot of things. It can be haircuts. It can be nails. Uh, it could be whatever you normally spend a month on personal care. Normally, when I go to the grocery store, things like shampoo and that, I just include in my groceries budget. But you may want to separate it out. But in this example, let's say this person needs $100 a month for personal. Car loan. We're moving down to debts now. The average car loan in America, car payment in America right now is $600 a month. So I put $600 in this example, and that brings us down to $1,300 remaining. They have a Visa card. We'll talk about later in another video, but this particular Visa, the minimum monthly payment required is $200, and that brings them down to $1,100 a month. They also have a MasterCard. The minimum monthly payment is $100, and that brings them down to $1,000. So here we are. We have allocated our money to the things we plan to spend it on this month, next month, and we have $1,000 left. What I recommend is you take that $1,000 and you apply it to the smallest debt. The next video is going to talk about debt snowball and how to pay off. This particular individual has approximately $42,000 in debt with the car loan, Visa, and MasterCard, and they also have a mortgage of about $150,000 remaining. So about $192,000 total in debt. Seems like a large number to some folks. Seems like it's impossible. You're going to be paying forever. No, you're not going to be paying forever. I'm going to show you in the next video how all this could be paid off in about 2 years using the debt snowball plan. Everything but the mortgage gone in less than 2 years. Thank you for watching. If you need to contact me, you can leave a comment in the video. You can email me at michaelcoxfinancialcoaching@gmail.com.